Hello, children. How are you all? I hope all are doing well and staying safe. Children, today we will be doing chapter 10 Forests and Wildlife of India. When we say forests, what we say? We think about the trees, the animals, and what forest is giving us. First, the forest is giving us oxygen. Okay, and so today we will be learning about it in details. So let us start. Underline the places where I have already underlined. Okay, a forest is a large area covered by trees which is home to many wild animals. Forests are an important source of renewable resources. Why renewable, children? Because it is there in the nature and it is growing by itself. Plants take in carbon dioxide and releases oxygen, which is essential for the survival of all living things. Essential means necessary. Trees prevent soil erosion. Forests provide food and shelter to wild animals. Trees gives us products like gum, wood, medicine, fuel, furniture, paper and clothing. That is the reason, children, I always kept on saying that do not waste paper. As for paper, for a copy, we cut down a tree. In order to save the trees, we should not waste paper. We should always do things in our rough. If we have a rough copy, we should write it in pencil so that we can erase and then again rewrite on it. Okay. Eco feast. Forests are considered as lungs of the earth because they provide clean and fresh air, which is vital for our survival. To live, children, we live because we need oxygen, and forest is one of the main thing which is giving us fresh air. Okay, now types of forests. How many types of forests are there in India? Types of forests in India. The forest of India can be divided into 5 types: tropical green forest, tropical deciduous forest, mountain forest, thorn forest and tidal forest. Now children, these forests have their own speciality. Okay, now let us read about their speciality. Tropical green forests. These forests have trees that shed their leaves at different times of the year and hence appear green throughout. Now they don't have a certain time that they will shed their leaves, but they do shed their leaves once a year. But when they do it, it's not mentioned or nobody knows. So that is the reason why they are there throughout the year. They look green throughout the year. Trees in these forests grow very tall and have thick and woody bark. Thick and woody bark means bark is the skin of the tree. Like the bark which we have, generally we use it as a spice, that is in Hindi we call it dalchini. Okay. Cinnamon. It is known as cinnamon. Okay. Trees grow very close to each other and the leaves at the top form a roof-like structure called canopy. Now children, here you can see this forest is thick. It's thickly congested. That's why it's looking thick. It is very congested as the trees are very closely they have grown. Okay, and the canopy is like we use a mosquito net which is covered from the top. So the leaves of this tree, it is like a roof. So it doesn't allow much sunlight to come enter this forest. Canopies do not allow much light to pass through them. Mostly it rains heavily in these areas. Evergreen forests grow well in moist, wet places and are found mainly in northeastern hills, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and the hills slope of the Western Ghats. Some of the common trees that grow here are mahogany, ebony, and rosewood. Okay, children, here we have the map of India where we have all these trees, these forests, and it is in various colors. Okay. Tropical deciduous forests. The trees in these forests shed their leaves once a year in same season. These forests grow in areas that receive moderate rainfall. So we can underline from here, children. I think it's too thick. Once again, I'll just show you. Okay. So the trees in the deciduous forest, they shed their leaf once a year, but in evergreen forest, they do shed their leaves, but it is not necessarily they shed their leaves at the same time. Okay. This is the difference, and that is hence they are shown evergreen throughout. Okay. In India, In India, tropical deciduous forests are mainly found in the foothills of Himalayas. So once again, we can underline from here. In India, the tropical deciduous forests are mainly found in the foothills of Himalayas in the states of Jharkhand and Uttar Pradesh. Such forests are also found in the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Orissa. Now, what kind of trees are found there? Sal, teak, sandalwood, mahua, sesame, bamboo, and simul are some common trees that grow in tropical deciduous forests. They are home to animals like deers, monkeys, birds like parrots. Tropical deciduous forests form the largest forest cover in India. Now let us underline over here. Tropical deciduous forests form the largest forest cover in India. Okay? Okay. Now mountain forests. Children, mountain forests, the trees over here are of cone shape. You have seen the cone shape, you must have read, or you must have seen the ice cream also, which we have it in cone shape. Okay, it is like that. It is known as coniferous trees. These forests have coniferous trees such as pine, fir, spruce, and deodar. Conifers are trees and shrubs that grow in cooler areas of the world. They have fruits like cones and very thin leaves called needles, which they do not normally lose in winter. Now, children, this is because the speciality of this tree is because they are found in mountains, and mountain areas it snows over there, so that this helps them not to the snow should not be accumulated on the trees. Okay, that is why they are in conical shape, so that it can fall down. Coniferous trees are mainly found in the higher part of the Himalayan mountain region. Paper is made from the pulp of coniferous trees. Now is the thorn forest. Thorn forest is mainly found in the deserts. These forests are mainly found in the desert regions of Rajasthan, parts of Haryana and the southern part of Punjab. The trees in a thorn forest such as babul and kekar have sharp thorns and small leaves to prevent loss of water. Now, children, I have already underlined, so you can underline it over here. From here, you can thorn forests such as babul and kekar have. From here, you will underline sharp thorns like small leaves to prevent loss of water. Why do they have thorns? To prevent the loss of water. Sharp thorns also keep them away from animals. These plants grow in deserts areas and hence their roots are spread out over a large area in order to absorb water and minerals. Okay, children? So the roots are spread in a large area. Why? Because in search of water and minerals. Various types of wild palms and cacti are also found in these forests. Okay, these are the plants which are found in the forest, thorn forest, that is wild palms and cacti. Cacti is also known as cactus. Now, tidal forest. Tidal forest, children, you can see this picture over here. The tree, these roots are half inside the water and half outside on the land, right? Above the water. So the speciality of these trees are this forest is that they can grow in sea water as well as fresh water. Tidal forest. Underline the places where it is already underlined. The forests that are found in deltas and in areas submerged in sea water are known as mangroves or tidal forests. So children, they have two names. One is mangrove or tidal forest. These trees can grow well in both freshwater and seawater. So how can they grow? In freshwater and in seawater. In India, tidal forests are found in the Ganga-Brahmaputra Delta region. The famous Sundari tree, a few fern shrubs and palm grow in these forests. Boats are made out of wood of these trees. This forest is the home to Royal Bengal tiger, spotted deer, crocodiles and many more animals. Now children, over here you will find crocodiles and Royal Bengal tigers and spotted deers. And the trees over here is known as Sundari trees. That is the reason Sundarban is named after these trees. It is the largest delta forest is the Sundarban. Okay. Now, conservation of forests. Conservation means is to save, protect and save the forest. A number of movements have tried to protect the forest cover of India. Of these, the Chipko movement, which took place in 1970s, was the most famous. A group of villages of Reni village of Uttarakhand clung to the trees, preventing woodcutters from cutting them down. The movement was successful and spread to many parts of the country. Okay, children, this will be till here today. In the next chapter we will do the remaining part. Thank you so much. Take care.